client. But what I wanted to start off with today is a professional history of who I am and how I got here professionally. I'll start off with commercial fishing. When I was 15, I started commercial fishing in Alaska, and that's where I learned kind of my work ethic. And commercial fishing is hard, it's seasonal, and you know, when you're young, you kind of learn kind of by trial by fire. And was able to make some good money for college, pay for my college. And then when commercial fishing stopped, just like most of the industry, it's pretty traumatic. All of our boat and gear all went up in flames. And so when that ended, literally up in flames, I had to go get a job. So I went to work building. And I'd been building with my family growing up, and started building in residential construction. And then for the first couple of years of my marriage was doing that, was going through school as well, and then got my degree finally after 7 years of college. Got my degree in Parks and Recreation, and did my internship with the state of Washington as a park ranger. And I did that for about 5 years, and then after the park service, because government jobs kind of were going downhill fast, well, I got into the sheriff's office up in Washington, one of the sheriff's offices, and I was a deputy for 2 years on patrol, and then realized that I was going to lose my marriage if I didn't get out of that industry, because you know sometimes you have to take mid-course corrections, and realized that I had to get out of that industry in order to save the most precious things in my life, because yeah, the job was rewarding, but again, I think I was destined for something a little bit different, and had no idea that I'd be going into small business. So here I am now, a small business owner, and for a professional franchise home inspection company. And so it's been rewarding. It's been a year. It's been a profitable and a good, rewarding year. And a large part of that is you guys. A large part of being successful is always having the outflow while you have the income. And so the outflow, of course, if you don't have that going out, you stagnate. You might build up for a while, but then you destroy, you kind of implode. So for you guys, you're my outflow. And what you'll see in front of me here is a little bit of the product that I provide to every client at the end of the home inspection. And it's kind of where all the magic happens here for me in the referral category. I have many of your cards here all inside, and what I'm able to do for a brief period of time while I've got them captive audience, I'm able to refer many of you guys, and some of you guys all the time, but many of you guys throughout the course of my work, and it's very rewarding. So what I want to do now is I want to just give a little quick professional demonstration about what I do. When I start off my business, I start off with a phone call and I book the inspection. And I book the inspection and get all my information, and generally that is kind of that first impression, and how I represent myself on the phone. I can win the deal. And so when I get that inspection, I've got multiple services for people to use on my website, through my email, of course, in person on the phone to book the inspection. And then when I prepare for the inspection, I get all my tools together, and all of what you see here, I've got some tools on my waist belt, I've got some tools in my bag, all of which I use. And all the tools that you see here, lots of investment. And many of the tools are ways for me to more thoroughly inspect the home. For instance, I've got right here a little digital thermographer. This is a FLIR camera, or I'm able to measure heat transfer. And it's kind of a neat little gadget. It's expensive, but it helps me go beyond the visual inspection. And then I've got a whole bunch of tools here where I'm able to get all my information that I acquire on the inspection into the computer program, print it out on site, and then provide this binder. This binder right here actually is Luke Schaefer's in-laws binder. And thanks, Luke Schaefer, for the inspection referral. And I'm just going to go through it real quick to show you how I present to the client. My information here is inside this binder. It's a home filing binder. So if you choose to purchase the house, is what I would tell the client, then you could have all these services here to record any work done on the house. And then also qualified referrals. So I'll go through the referrals here. I've got Jody in here. I've got Chris McConaughey. I've got John Anderson. I've got Charlie Fisher. I've got Carlos Mendoza. And I've got my termite company that I started off with. Unfortunately, it's not Mark, but we're working on it. And then I also have the referring agent. And then Bill Manolitis for Rekeem. This is actually going to Luke Schaefer's parents, or in-laws. And so they're going to be able to refer to these qualified contractors for any work done. Right here, I've some additional information. It teaches people about their home and the services that they can use for maintaining and repairing items in their home. Some other discounts that I provide, and then also information about my training. Here is the inspection report that I'll provide to them. It has color photos and color commentary. The commentary inside here talks about maintenance items. It also talks about repair needs inside the house. Of course, they hire me to scrutinize the house and find any problems with it. And then what I do is I provide them with pictures and solutions, and also referrals for repair. And in the back, I'll have the summary report for them so they can go right through, kind of cut to the chase and find the items of need for repair or replacement or maintenance. And then I've also got some other neat little systems where they can file repair information, paperwork and receipts, and itemize any purchases for the home, property taxes, and utility costs throughout the home. And then in the back, this is a cost estimate guide. Everyone wants to get a fair shot at how much it's going to cost to make those repairs. And so what we do at Pillar to Post is we provide a list, it's a national cost spectrum for repair and replacement, so that people can know, oh gosh, if I'm going to get a new heat pump, or if I'm going to get some air conditioning work done, I want to know how much it's going to cost. We give them kind of a fair pricing. And then on the back, we tell them how long those systems in their house are going to last on average. So at the end of the inspection, what I have is a walkthrough with the client, where I'm going through the binder. I'll also walk around the house. And what I do is I'll show them some of the items that we've mentioned. I'll also show them where all their emergency shutoffs are. Sometimes you think, oh, that's just basic information that most people know. Well, you'd be surprised. Many people don't know where their emergency electrical disconnect switch or their water shutoff valve is, or maybe the gas shutoff valve is. And so, if perchance there's an emergency, they'll know right where to go. I'll tag those switches for them. I'll give them some maintenance tips about their hot water tank, and because that often is an item that fails in houses. And so, even though I get a short amount of time with a client, I feel that hour that I get with them, at the walkthrough, I'm able to earn their respect. I'm able to kind of capture their attention, and then the gold of it all is that I'm able to refer them to people almost without hesitation, almost without any interruption. I'm able to refer them to people who can solve the problem, and that's who you guys are. And so, to me, that's a key component to my success. And so, what I've got here is I've got my office set up here. It's all mobile, and I'll pack up generally at the end, and then the one last step for my business is marketing. Not only do we provide competent inspections, but I've got to go out there and I've got to fish for more work. And where I go to get my work, obviously, as I've told you many times, is realtors, almost exclusively. Realtors are the ones who have their team, their power team, and then they refer out the most competent and most proficient individuals for all the different sections: mortgage, and then appraising, inspecting, the whole gamut. And so when I market, I try to show them the very same thing that I've showed you: win their trust, sit down, talk with them one-to-one, and get to know them personally. And that's how you guys can help me. Is just say, I know a home inspector, seems like a nice guy, why don't you meet with him and talk with him, and then I can earn more business. Any questions at all about some of the tools, about some of the processes that I use? Go ahead.
The thermometer that you show, what did you use that for?
This digital thermographer? Okay, what this is it takes me beyond the visual limitations of a home inspection. So I'll go through a home, I'll see what I can see, And through my training, I'm able to see some things that oftentimes people aren't able to see, indicators. And then I'll test what I can test. I'll open up an air conditioning unit, and I'll be able to look at the A-coil. I'll be able to open up the inspection panel for the electrical box. And then, you can only see what you can see. But this goes beyond the visual spectrum. And I'll see if you guys can see. What it does is it shows heat transfer. And so what I use this for is for threefold purpose. One, to be able to see hidden water leaks behind the wall. That'll have a temperature transfer that you can see almost always. And then I'm also able to see electrical hot spots in the panel or at any receptacle on the wall. And then I'm also able to see deficiencies in insulation. Most of the time I'm able to crawl through the attic, I'm able to see, but I can't crawl through your walls, and some attics I can't crawl through. And if I can scan it through a wall or through a ceiling on the inside of the house, I can see, oh gosh, this half of this Arizona room isn't insulated, and you're going to have horrible cooling issues. And so that helps people out. And it's a neat tool. It's a very expensive tool, but it's part of how I'm growing my business and offering more services. I provide radon services, again, mold and allergens, the whole gamut for people if they have needs. Russ?
Does Pillar to Post, because they're a franchise operation, do they offer a warranty package as part of the inspection, or they're not involved in it?
Well, different than a mechanical warranty, like something that Chris or Carlos might offer, is mine's an inspection. And so at the day and time of the inspection, I report on the condition of the home. But the next day, a line might rupture, and there may be horrible water damage. The next day, there may be a storm, and a tile might blow off, and water might pour into the attic, and there'd be a huge issue. So I can't predict that, obviously, so I can't warranty my work, per se, my inspection. So my inspection's for that date and time.
I'm saying after the fact, though, if I,
right.
Let's say, I know when I bought my house, the company that we use said there's warranty available that protects everything that we've inspected for a year, and then if I bought that, I think it's
right.
$1,200. They come out, they make calls to me like Chris.
Sure, right.
Come do it. But.
Yeah, right. And what that is that's working with the home warranty programs.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what I do is my inspection goes to the home warranty program, and then they see what was the condition at the time of the inspection. Will we insure that? Will we warranty these items? So that's important.
Pillar to Post doesn't offer that, sir.
Yeah, we don't offer home warranties.
Okay.
Right. Yes. Any other questions? Any other thoughts? Yeah.
John said that thing could see ghosts too. Is that true?
If ghosts have temperature transfer, if they have heat transfer, then I would.
It's colder, right?
The hot and cold ghosts.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Good job.